Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'll bring Peter in to join me, and I'll put myself on if I can find myself.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Try that one. That's better. I'll get there in the end. So, good afternoon and welcome. And I've said hello to some of you in the chat, but I'm sure Peter will welcome you all when we get started. So today I'm making the Cabriole candlestick, which you have seen before because this was the one I made. Something like, let me take Peter off. I've got a bit more room on the screen then. That one. Right, that was the one I made about a year ago. It says on the thing. I think it was probably a bit longer than that actually. But we're going to be making that again. But this time I'm going to try and get this V section here, where it should be, there. I got it back to front last time. I'm going to try again this time and see if I can't do a bit better. We're going to be making it out of a piece of Lacewood, as I said last week, because I had some sitting around. But let's go for that one. That's the best picture. I think you can see the grain in it already. So hopefully that's going to turn out rather nicely with all the angles and curves and things we've got on this. So that should, I hope, be an attractive piece. So without further ado, I shall get started. I've made a start. I've turned it around. I've mounted it on the lathe, which involves putting a piece in the headstock end. And I've drilled a hole for the candle in the tailstock end because I had to do that before I mounted it all up on this very flexible off-center type thing. So I'm going to start by just preparing this end. The top end just needs to be slightly dished, which is what they suggest. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm very much following the instructions. I have them sitting here in front of me so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. They're the ones that came with the Chuck, the Robert Sorby Eccentric Chuck. And as I say, it is a repeat of something I've done before, but I'm trying to improve on it. So let's get rid of. No, we'll put that out there. I should need that in a minute. Okay, here we go then. I'm just going to dish this top section here. I'll change the camera so you can see it a bit better. I'm going to dish this piece here and a little bead where the candle goes in. That's the intention anyway. We'll see how that works.
Right. We got
Oh, yeah,
Andy
sorry,
H.
thank you.
First thing. Gary Glass, myself, Chris Dodds, David J. Heath, the Guilty Carpenter, Chris Charlton, 1033, Ward Wilson, Clean Spore Abrasives, Brian at Hartwood Turning. Afternoon, Brian. Malcolm Dudds, Roger Kent, Robert Copperell Wood Turning. Hi, Rob. Lula Trask. Good afternoon, Lucy and Robin. Barry Chitty. Good afternoon.
Hello, Barry.
And Baz at Real Simple Things. And Greg Alexander, and I believe that is it for the time being. You've got 20 people watching, and only
Excellent.
2.
Just get the end bit finished. Haven't got to worry about it then. Quick sand. I'll do do for now. We'll have a look at that later, but that'll do for now. Right, so as I say, I'm following instructions strictly on this one, doing what I'm told by the book. See if I can get it right. Those of you who weren't here right at... Sorry, go on.
Ash at Kitey's Ched has joined us as well.
Hello there. Those of you who weren't in right at the very beginning, that was one I made... let's get it on the camera, somewhere there, about a year ago. So let's try this camera here, be easier. That was the one I made about a year ago. Candle goes in the top, offset cabriole shape there. What I did wrong was I put that there. It should have been on this side. So I'm going to see if I can get that right this time. You have to turn it round and do various things with it as you go along. You'll see all this. But that's what we're making anyway. But we're making it out of Lacewood, the piece that we were using last week. So another piece of it. So, but I am following instructions. Strictly following instructions. So, we've got as far as marking the wood now. In 38 mil, 140 mil. So 38.
Yeah, Baz at Real Simple Things is asking, anyone heard from Keith? Is he okay? Not seen or heard from him in a while.
I spoke to him yesterday. He's hoping to come in and join us today. I don't know if he'll make it or not, but we'll see. It depends how he feels. But he's just about to start a new session of treatment, which obviously he's mixed feelings about, which is not unreasonable. But he's doing okay in himself. Bit of setting out now.
Can you change your camera again, Andy?
Sorry, yes, I can indeed. It's better. And then I don't want to go any further down than that, because the way this bit works on the lathe, the bit that's in the chuck, it's got a metal spike that comes up into the timber about 12 mil. So I'm just putting a line there to remind me when I part it off to make sure that I miss it, because I don't really want to start turning through that.
No.
Okay, so we've marked that off. Where is it? Here we are. Using a fine parting tool, part down the first mark, leaving approximately ½ inch or 13 mil stem for the neck of the cup. We'll do that. So this one up here. That's nowhere near 13 mil yet, but...
Richard Phelan has joined.
Hello, Richard. See how close we are, but I don't think we're anywhere near at the moment. I don't want to make it too thin because it's going to start wobbling. So it's getting a balance between the two. Right then, let's see how we go. A little bit more. Don't want to go any more than that. It's not moving, so that's all right. Right, now we're going to start shaping the top of it, which, if I could see it, here it is. That's what we're going for. So that top bit there is going to be shaped down to that size at the neck. That's all. Simple as that. Looks to me as though that should be a bit smaller. Doesn't say so. But I think I'm going to make the top a little bit less heavy. That's it. Getting there. This is purely to give myself a bit more room here. Some of the waste. Right, quick bit of sanding. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of this as we go along, just sanding things just to do it while I can, because a lot of it you have to do by hand because you're turning off centre.
Yeah.
I think we start the interesting bit next, if I remember rightly. A bit of off-centre stuff, eccentric stuff, which is very aptly named. You've got to be eccentric to do it. Doesn't look as though it's doing what it should be doing. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. Next. Treat myself to a new bit of glass paper before too long.
Well, like next year.
Yeah, there's someone there. I'm running out of good bits on this bit.
Ooh, Amy D'Angelis has joined us as well. Hello,
Hello,
Amy.
Amy. Very welcome.
And Doug Miller as well. And Mark, the gentleman wood turner.
Hello, Mark. Hello, Doug. There's a nasty mark on there. 80 grit won't sort out. That's better. I think it was the tool shattering caused that. It's gone now, so. And a bit of 400. That's it. Right, next. Just to repeat myself, I'm following the instructions on this one because some of you may remember that about a year ago, or when I think this was my first thing on YouTube, was to make a candlestick. This one, that was the one I made with a deliberate mistake, of course. That big V there should be on this side. Apart from that, it was fine. So that's what we're doing now. So I'm following the instructions. I have the instruction book sitting alongside me here. The Robert Sorby Eccentric Chuck instructions.
Before you go on to the next bit, Andy.
Yes, yep.
You've head-butted the camera. Could you just move
Have
it?
I? just for a change.
Right at the very top. That's better.
Just for a change, yeah. I always seem to manage to headbutt that one. Sorry about that. Right, so a couple of candlesticks returned.
Martin Shepherd has joined us as well.
Hello, Martin.
Hi all. Bit late joining today. No excuse, Martin.
Undo the eccentric offset to 25 degrees here. 25, whatever it is, 25 millimeters, I think. Right, so we're going to offset it. I've got the screw. I can't remember. Yes, that's the one. There's a little window here, which you may or may not be able. No, you can't see.
Yeah, we can't quite see that.
Let's try that one. See if you can see it in that one. No, you can't see it in that one either. So we'll move that up there. It won't stay very straight, but if you can see in this hole here where my finger is, it's got a little number. It's got a 0 in there at the moment. What I'm doing is undoing these two Allen keys to turn that number to 25. I think it is, yeah, 25, which I think means a 25mm offset. I've very nearly undone those enough, you know. Slacken that a little bit. Right, 25, 10, 15, 20, 25. And the way this works is that's locking a disc, which is offset in the chuck to enable it to hold it off center. And if you look downwards now, you'll see it's, or you can't because I'm on the wrong camera. I will move. Tighten that. Tighten that. That's it. Swap to that one. One I keep headbutting. It doesn't. Oh, it will do if I turn it. You can see that's well offset now. Tighten this up again, and there we are. It's going to swing around like that now, which is where it gets interesting. The next bit we're going to carve is that bit there. If you can see it, yes, that bit there, which is between that line and the neck. It's got to be egg-shaped-ish. And what size is it at the bottom? Every care should be taken from the second mark to the neck of the cup. Doesn't say what size it has to be. Go on.
Woodworm Paul has joined us as well.
Hello, Paul. It's a 19mm V on that bottom mark, so I think I'll go nearly 19mm. Maybe 20 or so. Now then, how's this going to work out? Right.
Quick question, Andy.
Yes.
Does it make any difference having the tool rest parallel to the bed or parallel to the work?
I often turn it parallel to the work, if I'm honest. It can help. I mean, I can't get it too far because it's going to start hitting the top, but I could put it there. Let's see how that works. Whichever way you go, you've got quite a gap here.
Yes, yeah.
When it's over there, you've got quite a gap in there. But yeah, I mean, that would probably help a little bit. Yeah, you certainly can do it. Yeah. Take that off there a little bit. That's all right. Yeah, it's okay, isn't it? Yeah. So it just enables me to see a little bit better. Let's have a look, see how that's coming. It's getting there. Sort of nearly egg shape. 45mm is what we're after. Set the calipers to 45. According to the drawing, that's what we should have across there. So quite a bit to go yet, which is fine.
Robert and Harry have come in from Hodgepodge Woodworks.
Hi, Hodgepodge.
Oh, Ben jamming here.
Oh, Ben. Didn't mean to do that.
Oh, and Norman Greenwell.
Hello, Norman. Okay, a bit more yet.
Amy said this is exciting watching the off-centre. Scary too.
Yeah, it's all right as long as you realise where everything is. As soon as you forget that, you're in trouble. Let's try that. Get that.
Ben says he'd have broken all his knuckles by now.
No, I value mine too much. I'm not getting that close. Go down to about that there, I think. Yeah, we're pretty much there now. At the bottom end, just got to get a slightly less diameter in the middle, not much. We're getting there. Right, let's have a look at that. Not a million miles away. Come on. Don't mucking me about. Right, I'm going to sand that. Just for a change. This is where your knuckles are at risk.
I was just thinking that.
It's that bit by my left knuckle. It's flying around a bit. The other end's not too bad. So I'm being very careful to keep my knuckles away from it. But it's so much quicker to sand while it's on the lathe. So yeah, I thought there was a bit of a mark there. We'll go for something a little coarser. There are always bits and pieces on these that you end up with having to hand sand at the end.
Yeah.
Like the bottom of the bowl is going to be one. Almost certainly. That's better. I forget which bit's next. I shall find out in a minute. I think it's the other half of this egg shape. The scallop out of it. So I'm trying to hurry this along as best I can, because it's not very interesting to watch sanding, is it? But if you don't do it in the right order, you regret it. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Yep. Okay, next. It says check for a clean cut. Yep. Now switch lathe back and move along to the third mark and turn a large V shape. That's there. So that's going to be, that's where we are. So that's the V we're putting in, which hopefully is going to turn out on the other side. Yes, it is. It's going to be here, like that. Good, because that's what I got wrong last time. Hey ho. So that's the V. How far does it go down? It's getting your head around this as much as anything. Right, that's going to end up with 19 mil, 3/4 inch left. No, it's not, because we're on the first V. Oh, yes, it is. It is. Okay, we've got to do that down there. But it is still going down to a 19 mil. I think I'll take that off. Use the small one. It's amazing how far it swings. So I have to put a V in here. This is the tricky bit, if I remember rightly. So let's... Can't see the pencil line. That's not far away. Mm. Whichever way I do it, I can't see. Is that all right?
Well, we can't see much.
Is that any better?
If you can see, that's all that counts.
Yeah, I think I can see on that. That's right on the line, that's good. I've got to go quite a bit deeper yet, so I'm going to give myself a bit of a guide. It's nowhere near 3/4 of an inch yet, but it's given me a bit of a guide. I've got something a bit more substantial. That one. That might be an idea.
Didn't want them instructions anyway, did you?
Nah, don't need those. Much.
Roy's the boys has joined in as well. Afternoon,
Oh,
Roy.
right. It's on the floor again. I've turned the speed up a bit so it's vibrating a bit more.
Yeah, the camera was jumping quite a bit.
Oh, was it?
Mm.
Oh, I wonder why. Shouldn't be. Hey-ho. It's the whole shed shaking then. Right, now then, that's that bit. So I've just got to consult the oracle again. That's got to come down in diameter quite a bit, so that's all right. Now that's not done, is it? So that's a V there too. That's better, that'll reduce it in diameter. Good. Trying to make it sound as though I know what I'm doing. You always get to one point in the instructions where they don't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I'm there. Right then. See how that compares. Right, so I've got to take a bit off there. That's not yet. That's about right. So next. Large V shape, that's what we've just done. Switch off the lathe and sand by hand to finish. That's in there. Yeah, shall not worry about that too much now. Holding the wood with one hand, push back the tail socket so it's clear. Now very carefully remove the hexagonal stem from the socket and turn through 180 degrees. Replace back into the socket in that position. Right, 180 degrees. Let's lock the spindle, then we know where we are there. That. Well, if we go pencil mark for that, 180 degrees, no problem. So we undo this, can sort of nearly see what I'm doing. Basically, I'm taking that apart there and turning this through 180 degrees. That's there. So it's just there. Why? Oh, go away. It's my front doorbell. I think my wife's out. Never mind. Teacher can come ringing this time of night. Okay, so gently apply tension to hold styles. Place a tool rest in safe order, then I've turned the fine cove following the outside shape of the initial egg shape. Right, so we're turning just here. And we're turning a piece which is going from the bottom of the egg, nearly, the fat part of the egg just there, back up to the stem. Right, okay, got it. And that's broken it.
Oops.
Oops. I was absolutely certain I got that right. I hadn't got the tool rest in the right place. Damn. Well, that's rather screwed, that, isn't it?
Oh, that's rather.
It's 10 to 2, so we've had our outing. No, I can't even glue that. It's nowhere near be strong enough. No. Oh, poos.
Well, put this video down to this is what not to do.
Absolutely, yeah. I will do it. I will do it again. It's a pity because I wanted this for a demonstration for a competition at the club tomorrow night. But I will do it again. You can see where it caught the. Sorry, you can't see it. Where it caught the tool rest. There, and there. Around that side. I obviously hadn't taken that into account when I reset it. I thought I had, but of course then it broke at the weakest point, which was
Yeah.
There.
Rex B has just joined us. He says, "Hi all, just in time for oops."
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Very good timing, Rex. And it's I'm too far through it to start again now.
Yes.
But I think I might have another go myself tomorrow. See if I can get something for this competition tomorrow night. But if not, I've always got last time's one, which is okay. It's the wrong way round at the bottom, but I'm the only one who knows that, apart from everybody I've told. Oh, that is a real shame. But there we are. I should have to consider whether I can do anything with that at all. I might be able to put a candle holder in there. No, it's going to be a bit clumsy. Isn't it? Anyway, I shall have a play with that at some point, but not just yet. But it's interesting, this chuck, just while we've got it off the lathe. I don't know about the lighting. The lighting's not good, is it?
It's a little out of focus on
oh, is it? Well, I can focus that one. That's yeah.
That's a bit better.
That piece in there is held in by a screw from the back, and it's got a hexagonal head on it, which then fits into that, which gives you obviously 6 different positions you can have that in, as well as being able to turn this piece in here by selecting those two to give you a different distance from the center. So it's a useful tool, this chuck, and it really does give you the chance to muck about and try different angles and things. And I'm trying to get the hang of it so that I can then design something myself and make it without the instruction book.
Yeah.
But that's the ultimate aim. But it was on its way. Just didn't quite make it.
Doug Miller has said, "Oh my, it was looking good. Good example of why to spin by hand after every minor rest position change."
That's right, and I thought I had, but obviously I hadn't. You're absolutely right, Doug. A lesson learnt. But
Rex B says it looks like a statue from Easter Island.
Oh, really?
That's one of those massive heads.
Oh, right, yes.
They have on Easter Island.
Yeah. I might just so that I can mount it back on the lathe and finish off the bottom bit. I might just chop that off and put the centre in there. Just to give me a chance to finish off all that lot, just to make sure I was on the right lines with it. Which could be interesting. But I shall do that without any pressure of people watching. I have a little bit of extra work to do on there because it's got great big gouges out of it where it hit something. Probably the tool rest. It did quite well, didn't it? Anyway, that's how that chuck works. Or doesn't, as the case may be. No, it's a real shame because it was shaping up all right. That an interesting piece of timber too. But anyway, if anybody's got any questions, I'm very willing to answer them. But I don't think I've established much confidence. But I will have another go. I will have another go next week, everybody. And I'm determined I should get something nice out of it. But you've got to go wrong now and again, because otherwise you never learn.
That's right.
So, good. Okay.
No more questions. Just
call it an art piece. Yes, absolutely, Chris. Yeah. I shall. I'm going to finish off that bottom bit just to simply prove to myself that I've got it right this time. But it was getting there, but it didn't quite make it. So yeah, because I'm well clear of that. So it's not weakness from that. It's just purely the narrow neck. It does tell you to be careful with that. For a very good reason, I think. Good. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm very sorry it's on that note, but we'll have another go next week because I'm not going to give up. And we'll have a go next week, see if I can make something of it. There's my phone ringing. Never mind. They'll leave a message. Okay. Well, I'll say goodbye, everybody. And thank you for coming along. It's good to see so many of you. We nearly got the hour. Very nearly. Only 5 minutes short. So, and I look forward to seeing you all next week, and I'll get it right. I've got another piece of this Lacewood. Yes. Just there. So there's next week's, all ready to go. It may be actually it's a little bit brittle, this Lacewood, but I'm not going to make that an excuse. I'm not going to give in. I will get it to work next week. So let's have Peter in with us. There we go. And I'll say goodbye. Yeah. Do you have to take the chuck off the lathe to change things? No, you don't. You can change most of it while it's still on the lathe, as I've just done. If you want to do anything more to it, which I can't think that you would need to, but if you wanted to, then yes, you'd have to take it off the lathe. But no, most of it can be adjusted while it's on the lathe. Just take the piece of work out and adjust it, set it up to what you want. In fact, some of it can be reset while the work's in place, as I did earlier. So, good. Lovely. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along. It's good to see so many of you. I can't remember how many it was, but it's...
there was 27 at one point.
Yeah, it doesn't... 19. So, yeah, it was more, but that's really good. So, thank you very much, everybody.
I saw it up to 27.
Yeah, 27 is a good number. But by the time I get back indoors, it'll be up to 70, probably. It tends to go up very quickly just after you finish. So, but I'll call it an art piece, and next week we'll make a candlestick. A Cabriole candlestick. Oh, that sounds like my wife just coming in. Good. Okie doke. She's missed it.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks a lot. Oh, where are we? There we are.